All right, I'm Nick. So if you haven't been watching other videos, this is an XD Mod 3 made by Springfield Armory. Retails for about 325 bucks, a little bit less according to the comment sections most places, which is awesome value for the consumer. We are going to shoot 1,000 rounds through it, okay? We shoot 100 rounds through it today, and our goal is just to find out if it does have any sorts of malfunction. We're currently 400 rounds in. At the 100 round mark, I did take it apart and add some lubrication. However, I haven't added any since, and I don't plan to add any until we have a problem. So we're going to run another 100 rounds through it today. We are using one magazine, so I do have to reload a bunch, but I'll fast forward through that. I was going to buy some more magazines, but the more I thought about it, it's actually nice to test one magazine and see if they're durable or not. After all, we are reloading it a bunch, we're shooting it a bunch. Instead of distributing it across 3 or 4 magazines, it's all going through one, so we'll see how it does, okay? We haven't had any issues yet. And the gun is completely stock from the factory. I haven't changed anything. After the 500 round mark, I may replace the fiber tube in the front of this with a green fiber because I prefer that. It's not really going to impact shooting at all, in my opinion. And I may add a bit of grip tape right here just so my support hand thumb has something to index on, okay? But not going to change anything about the gun, so let's fast forward through reloading this magazine and get started. Alright, so for the experiment, we have been using mainly 115 grain Fiocchi. Haven't had any problems. Some people hate it. I shoot a bunch of it. We don't really have any issues. Alright, that's another 15 down. Still no issues. It's a fine shooting pistol, okay? I really don't think we'll have any issues. I've been repeating that for the last few days, but it is what it is. A lot of people have said, different things in the comment sections. Got a lot of praise. You got some people who just generally do not like the company of Springfield, which is fine. I try to stay out of anything like that. I don't really care. I'm just here to shoot the gun. You had some folks who mentioned not liking the grip safety. Now, I have shot a lot of guns, a lot of pretty expensive guns compared to this, obviously, with grip safeties. And I will tell you that this is one of the nicest grip safeties that I have ever used. Oh! Wait a minute. Oh, that was me. I thought we had a failure, but the trigger just didn't reset. If I had anything to really complain about, something that I haven't really been able to get used to, is I haven't been able to get used to the trigger not resetting, okay? It's just pretty darn long, and every once in a while it bites me, and I don't let my trigger finger out far enough. It's not the gun, that's me. Oh man, I thought we had a failure for a second. I was actually really surprised, but it was just me. That's my finger. I suck. I'm just an average dude. Some days I can't shoot. It is what it is. All right, let's shoot that target way out there again. If I really had to sit here and give you a list of gripes, obviously we're about 450 rounds in. If I had to give you a list of things that I think they could do better, now keep in mind, this is because I am left-handed. I really wish there was some kind of texture right here for my support hand, really my thumb, something to keep my finger on. As the gun does recoil eventually, I feel like I kind of lose a little bit of grip in there. That's me. I'm probably not squeezing the gun good enough. That's just the reality of it. Now, if you are right-handed, you don't have that issue because the takedown lever is right there. Your thumb is going to rest, your support hand thumb is going to rest on that. So that is just something to think about if you're left-handed. That's just me being picky. I will add some texture. I have some grip tape in the house. I will cut that with a laser and add some grip tape right there. And then that way I have some kind of reference point or index point for my thumb and it'll provide a little bit more grip so the gun doesn't, I don't lose a good grip on the gun as I shoot, okay? As far as the trigger goes, I've definitely complained about the reset, but the trigger itself, as far as pulling it to go bang, is just fantastic, all right? Like, you can shoot it really, really well, especially when you're kind of going slow and taking your time, make sure you're right. I'm telling you, you do your job, when you shoot the gun, and you have a quality grip on the pistol, that thing is spectacular shooting, okay? I don't have anything negative to say about it. Like, really nothing negative to say. If you had any gripe that you could really put out there, it would just be the reset on the trigger is a bit long. But that's really it, okay? As far as sights go, it being red in the front, that's just being picky, or everyone's eyes are different. The grip texture situation, I mean, it would be nice if there was grip texture in the area of where your thumb is, whether it's your support hand or not. There's no texture there. There is an indent and a groove, but just a little bit of texture there would be nice. But that's not anything that you can't change with a little piece of Talon grip material or whatever kind of grip you're working with, right? Or grip tape you're working with. And that is also just being picky. Obviously, we're getting closer to 500 rounds in. We haven't had any issues that weren't, you know, my fault. Now, I did come out here. I forgot my shooting glasses, my safety glasses. Definitely not recommended, okay? That's a mistake on my part. It's a fail. I'm not being safe. I definitely recommend wearing your glasses. Honestly, I didn't realize they weren't on until I just made that statement. Something that you should do. But we're getting close. We got 10 left. 10 left to 500. If you're going to make your bets about it failing, you got to do so now. We've had some guys say that he thought that maybe it would have a failure to feed between 800 and 850, somewhere in there. And that's a likely case scenario. I'm going to take it apart right after we're done with this right here, just to see how dirty it is. There is definitely some gunk building up in places in there. Shouldn't really make that much of a difference, though. All right, so there we are. We're 500 in. We haven't had any issues whatsoever. The gun is hot. It's a little dirty. Not nearly as dirty. There are some 9mm pistols that maybe the barrel is just not, or the barrel doesn't support the round as much, and the guns get really, really dirty. Hopefully that wind isn't too bad. This is not the case though, okay? I don't really see any issues. It's not that dirty. We're not going to get any close-ups or anything like that. I don't know if the camera will focus all that well on it. But it's not that dirty. It's kind of dark down here, so it's probably hard to see. It really isn't that dirty by any means. Gun goes back together easy. I've been enjoying it, okay? I'm telling you. If you guys have been watching the channel for a while, or you're subscribed to it, you've seen other videos, I buy a lot of pistols. I like to just shoot them, see how they do. We've had a lot of problems with relatively expensive pistols. We've had a lot of problems with pistols that are 3 times this price. We've had problems with pistols that are 6 times the price of this pistol. So to go out and buy a gun for $300, $325 plus taxes, whatever else, that's a pretty good value, okay? And value is far more important than price. Some people will say it's cheap. It's not cheap. It's the same quality as any of the other pistols. You could even compare it to the Elite or the M or whatever the heck that thing is. It has a match grade barrel in there. This does not have a match grade barrel, but you're not a bullseye shooter. This is a self-defense pistol. It's plenty capable of shooting very, very accurately, fairly quick, I'm sure, in the hands of a quality shooter. They can shoot it far faster than I can. But yeah, no complaints, okay? Day 5, maybe 500 rounds in. I appreciate you guys watching. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments about it. Thanks for watching.